This video will explain how to find the 2 articles that you need for Essay 4. Essay 4 will be your last at-home essay. It is an argument essay, so you will be taking a stand on a controversial issue. Also for Essay 4, you are required to find and incorporate 2 sources from the SIRS Researcher database. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you are on the Week 6 page, Essay 4 topics and instructions. You'll scroll down and you're going to see some information like the due dates and some general information about the essay itself. Now this video does not explain how to write the essay. It only explains how to find the articles that you'll need from the SIRS Researcher database. So under the directions section, you'll see 2 different links. One is for Milo and one is for the Hines Learning Resources Center. Any student at a community college in Mississippi can access the SIRS Researcher database through Milo. So if you are a student in my class but you do not attend Hines Community College, you can access their SIRS through this link, the Milo link. If you are a Hines student, you can use Milo or you can use the Hines Learning Resources Center. So let's look at both of these. Once you get into SIRS, the pages are going to be exactly the same, but I do want to show you the difference in how to access these 2. So let's go to Milo. Let's click on this blue link. The page will look like this. You'll scroll down, you'll click on Databases. Then you'll scroll down to the S's. And you'll see SIRS Issues Researcher. Alright, now I am already logged in, but the first time that you log into Milo, it's going to ask you for a username and password. On the Topics and Instructions page, you'll see these instructions. The username and password are the same for all the databases in Milo. It's M-E-L-O-L-I-B. That's the username and the password. Okay? So let's go back over here. You're going to click on, okay, so you've already clicked on SIRS. You're going to scroll down, and under this section where it says Need Help Choosing a Topic, you want to click on the School, Family, and Youth tab. Okay, so once you are able to get into the School, Family, and Youth section, you'll see the different topics that you're allowed to choose from. Now remember, you can't just choose any of these topics. You must choose from the list on the Essay 4 Topics and Instructions page. Okay, so let me show you now how to get to the SIRS Researcher database through the Hines Learning Resources Center link. So you'll click on this link, and you'll be taken to a list of all the Hines databases. Click on S, scroll down and go to SIRS Researcher. And if you are asked for a username and password, you will use the username and password that you use to get into My Hines and to get into Canvas. And you'll notice that the page looks exactly the same. You're just going to scroll down. And you're going to click on School, Family, and Youth. And you'll see the topics. So the easiest way to find this list of topics is to go over here and click on A to Z, and that will alphabetize all the tabs here. All right, so remember, just choose one that you're allowed to choose. So let's scroll down. Let me find one that's on the list for this term. So let's say we have cursive writing. Click on that. And at the top, you'll notice there's this short little paragraph explaining the topic, kind of overview. You're not allowed to use this paragraph as one of your articles. So make sure that you scroll down. You're going to see the debate topic. That will be the debate question, which will be the basis for your thesis. And you'll see a couple of viewpoints here, kind of the yes and no side of the question. And you'll see some chosen articles. Now you can choose from this list, but that's pretty limited. So you can also click here on this little magnifying glass that says Find More Sources. And you'll see a whole list of other articles. Now what I suggest doing is making sure that the articles that you're given are within the allowed publication dates. So on your instructions page, you'll notice your articles must be published within specific years. Now, of course, as I noted before, those years may be different depending on when you are watching this video. So make sure that your articles are within the allowed years. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to say 2012 to 2020. That should cover through the end of the year. I'm going to apply. And that will limit it to the articles that are within the allowed publication date for the sources. You can sort by relevance or by how recently the article was published. You might want to do that. And make sure that the article that you choose is actually on the topic that you're given. Let's see. So let's pick one of these. I'm going to jump back here to my list. Let's click this one. Handwriting just doesn't matter. Now let's say you pull up this article and you say, yes, it's within the allowed years. It's from a good publication, the New York Times. And you scroll through, you read it, and you say, yes, I like this article. Well, if you look over to the right, you can print it off. You can email it to yourself. You can even click Cite. And you'll get a pretty good basic MLA entry for the Works Cited page. Although I do want to note, that it's not all correct and you will have to make some changes to tweak it. So for example, if you look right here, it's not writing out SIRS issues researcher correctly, and it doesn't have the access date. So those are just a couple of things that you would need to change. But we are not going to talk about creating the Works Cited page on this video. So remember that you are going to need at least 2 articles. So once you find one that you like, you've got to go back and go through that process again and pick a different one. And if you have any questions about this, you're welcome to contact me.